There is new hope for catching criminals on the run. It is a TV show that profiles fugitives who manage to elude the police. Experts call the program's track record impressive. And as Sean Comey explains, it started in the South Bay, but it's now expanding. Sean?
Dana, starting tonight, San Francisco television viewers will have the chance to see what the rest of the Bay Area has been watching for years, a program that helps hunt down the most wanted criminals still walking our streets. Tune in to Fugitive Watch, and you can fight crime in the comfort and safety of your own living room, and you won't need a cape or a secret identity.
We've had murder suspects, prison escapees, child molesters, people who have fled to other countries, all arrested as a result of the program. Out of viewers here locally watching the program, recognizing it, picking up the phone and calling our hotline.
The show's producers say they've helped catch more than 380 fugitives since they started broadcasting on Bay Area cable TV 7 years ago.
Pay close attention and see if you recognize any of these fugitives who are still at large in your community.
Unlike the tips that are called into the police, which are often dead ends, the show's producers say most of their leads generate results because they usually come from sources who know the suspect.
It's mostly people close to the fugitives that do the reporting, and why that is, I really don't know.
Sometimes a reward may provide the motivation for turning in a friend or relative. The show's host, a San Jose police officer, promises his informants they can remain anonymous.
Remember, some of these fugitives may be considered by law enforcement to be extremely dangerous.
There's also the danger of unintended consequences with this kind of show, according to experts in criminology who worry the program might focus suspicion on innocent people.
Can you imagine if they put somebody's photograph up there and you find out you're a lookalike? You may want to leave town with a bag over your head.
For many, the benefits seem to outweigh the risks. The show's producers say they've been contacted by people from all over the country who are interested in developing similar programs for their own communities. I'm Sean Comey, live in the South Bay.
And in the meantime, viewers in this area can catch this program on
twice a day on varying cable channels. You have to consult, as they say, your local listings, Dana, because it's on different channels depending on the cable system.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Hi, I'm Steve Ferdin. Today on Fugitive Watch, we're going to be showing you alleged fugitives and criminals that may be hiding in your very own neighborhood. Your viewer response and tips have led to the arrest of over 400 captures, but we still need your help. Remember, folks, many of these fugitives you're about to see may be considered by law enforcement to be extremely dangerous. Do not make any attempt to arrest, apprehend, or detain them. If you recognize any of these fugitives, call our hotline at 1-800-9-CAUGHT. Now take a look at some of these fugitives and see if you recognize them.
The Gilroy Police Department is asking Fugitive Watch and you for information regarding this suspect wanted for bank robbery. On November 2nd, the suspect entered this Bank of the West on Monterey Street in Gilroy and stood in line waiting for an available teller. At the counter, the suspect presented the teller with a demand note. The teller began collecting 10s and 20s, but the suspect stopped her and told her to give him larger bills instead. After grabbing the cash, the suspect then fled the bank, jumping into a white van or sport utility vehicle and sped away from the scene, heading northbound down Eagleberry Street. Can you offer any information that can help authorities solve this crime? The suspect is described as a white male, 37 years of age. He's 5'11" tall and weighs about 175 pounds. He has a fair complexion and was wearing a striped blue and white shirt with tan pants at the time of the robbery. If you recognize this dangerous individual, call our hotline at 1-800-9-CAUGHT. The Milpitas Police Department is actively seeking this suspect who is wanted for robbery and assault with a deadly weapon. On October 21st, the suspect was observed stealing items from the Marshall's department store located in the Great Mall of Milpitas. She left the store and got into her vehicle parked in the lot outside. However, when the store security attempted to detain her, she deliberately struck the security agent with her vehicle and fled the scene. Can you help authorities catch this dangerous criminal? The suspect is described as an African-American female about 25 years of age. She's 5'6" tall and weighs about 150 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. The suspect vehicle used in the assault is a green 1998 or 1999 Ford Taurus four-door sedan with Illinois license plate IHD 646. If you or anyone you know can offer any information regarding this crime, call our hotline at 1-800-9-CAUGHT. The San Jose Police Department is now looking for this man who robbed a Bank of America in San Jose. The robbery occurred here at this branch on Snell Avenue about 3:45 on July 18th, and now Fugitive Watch needs your help. The suspect approached a teller inside and handed her a note demanding money. Fugitive Watch has obtained a replica of the note the suspect used to write his demand on, and it may be a clue that leads police and FBI to the suspect. It looks like U.S. currency but has a Chinese emperor in the picture area. The original note was taken by the suspect as he fled the bank after the robbery. The suspect was seen in a dark-colored late 80s to early 90s Camaro, and it appears he got into the vehicle and left onto Snell Avenue after the robbery. The vehicle has a chrome strip from the front wheel to the rear wheel halfway up the door. The suspect is described as a white male in his 30s. He's approximately 5 foot 5 inches tall and 140 pounds. He has black hair with blonde streaks, shoulder length and straight. At the time of the robbery, he was wearing a white t-shirt with some kind of blue logo across the front, black thin-rimmed sunglasses, and gray knee-length sweatpants shorts with a shiny gray stripe down the sides. If you or anyone you know has any information which can help in the apprehension of this suspect, call our Fugitive Watch hotline at 1-800-9-CAUGHT.
When we come back, these two men are being sought for the murder of a young man who was walking home from the Chenoweth Light Rail Station. Can you help locate these two suspects? Stay tuned.
It was called the greatest generation any society has ever produced. They were ordinary people who half a century ago did one more.
Oh, when will we ever learn?
All suspects featured on Fugitive Watch have been submitted for airing by local, state, and federal agencies. All suspects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
The Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office needs your help in solving a murder that happened at the Chenoweth Light Rail Station here in San Jose. On November 29th at about 2:45 in the afternoon, a stabbing occurred which resulted in the death of 17-year-old John Soriano. According to deputies, John was walking home when he was approached by a group of thugs who beat and stabbed him to death. The homicide is believed to be gang-related, and most of the gang members have been apprehended. However, authorities are still looking for two remaining suspects wanted in connection with this crime. Can you offer any information regarding their whereabouts? Suspect number 1 is identified as Sang Mai. He is 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighs about 145 pounds. He is 19 years old with black hair and brown eyes. Mai is a California Youth Authority parolee with an active warrant. He has numerous tattoos which include VN on his left shoulder, ANH on his right shoulder, and the numbers 1, 2, 3 on his torso. Suspect number 2 is identified as Gary Vong. He is 5 foot 7 inches tall and weighs about 135 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. Both suspects are believed to be residents of the San Jose area, and police believe they may be riding in this vehicle, a blue 1990 Honda Prelude, California license plate number 4HJE345. Remember, if you recognize these suspects, do not make any attempt to arrest, apprehend, or detain them. Call our hotline at 1-800-9-CAUGHT. Now let's take a look at some of these other fugitives and see if you might recognize them.
The FBI and Fugitive Watch need your help in tracking down this unknown suspect for multiple bank robberies here in the Bay Area. He's suspected of robbing the Downey Savings Bank in Los Altos, the Washington Mutual in Palo Alto, and the Cal Fed Bank in Palo Alto. Each time, the suspect enters the bank with a note and a gun demanding money. He's been wearing various disguises ranging from wigs and caps to dust masks in order to conceal his identity. Can you offer authorities any information in this case? The fugitive is described as a white male in his 30s. He's 5 foot 11 inches tall to 6 foot 2 inches tall and weighs approximately 180 to 220 pounds. If you or anyone you know has any information regarding this fugitive, call our hotline at 1-800-9-CAUGHT. The San Jose Robbery Unit is actively seeking this unknown suspect for armed robbery, and they need your help. On December 15th at about 10:30 p.m., the suspect entered this 7-Eleven on McKee Road in San Jose. While at the counter, he brandished a large knife at the clerk and demanded money, after which he fled the scene. Then, 2 days later, the suspect entered this Stop and Save store just a few blocks from the 7-Eleven around 1:30 a.m. Again, the suspect brandished the large knife and demanded money from the clerk. In both instances, the suspect was seen driving off in a white, late 80s Honda 4-door with tinted windows and a broken taillight. Do you have any information regarding this suspect? He's described as a Hispanic male, 21 years of age. He's 5 foot 9 inches tall and weighs about 150 pounds. If you or anyone you know can help police in this investigation, call the Fugitive Watch hotline at 1-800-9-CAUGHT. The FBI and Fugitive Watch need your help in the apprehension of 2 unknown gunmen who robbed the U.S. Bank in Pleasanton.